Joking? Oh no, I am not joking. This is happening. You're gonna do it. You are going to eat literal balls of fire. That's right. It's all coming up on this episode of Scam School. If you missed it, Scam School, that was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Scam School is the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Me? Oh, don't worry about this old thing. I'm just the internet's older brother. Howdy, I'm Brian Brushwood. Whew, I've seen some stuff. But that's why we share it with you. Look, guys, we're about to set the world on, well, normally I would say we're going to set the world on fire, but that might be taken literally this time. Today's day 155 of Office Hours. Office Hours, of course, is the Five Nation fan check-in, all the way from Scam School with 2 million subscribers, Modern Road 1.7 million subscribers, X.com 1.3 million followers. God bless them, the fine folks over at LinkedIn, and of course the hardest of the hardcores, the elite, the real ones over at twitch.tv/nightattack. If you want the lowest latency experience, head on over there, and you can be among the elite, the proud, the hardcores, the Diamond Club. Diamonds, man. Carbon's forged in the heart of an exploding star. Diamonds. Formed under immense pressure under a very long time. Today, we go back to Austin, Texas in March 2009, where we have, first of all, an unusual sponsor, but more importantly, a very good trick. I watched this earlier, and I was really struck by the difference in the San Antonio versus Austin vibes. This is one of the first episodes where I was working with friendlies. Actually, I take that back. We saw it with Andrew Bancroft, we saw it with Brett Rounceville, and we see it again with Colin Smiley in this episode. We're going to watch the episode in its entirety. You guys are going to post your questions in the chat. I'm going to reveal secrets, new insights, and behind-the-scenes production info. But first, we have to watch episode 54, How to Eat Balls of Fire. Here we go. This week on Scam School, it's no big deal. We only teach you how to eat freaking fire. This episode of Scam School brought to you by Adidas Originals. Celebrate originality. Welcome to the show that's proof that good things do happen after 2 a.m. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bars and on the streets. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and by popular demand, I give to you the secret of eating fire. So get ready to eat some balls of fire, some fireballs, just watch this. How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for coming out.
Glad to be here.
So Colin and Kyle already know this, but Teresa, I don't know if you know that sort of have your reputation as being sort of a fire eater. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, indeed. In fact, I actually wrote the book on fire eating. Like literally, it's called The Professional's Guide to Fire Eating. And there's a bit that I used to do. I don't do it quite so much anymore because it involves some extra apparatus. But here, I'll do this. I'm going to back up here and actually give you guys a little show. Oh, look, I'm on a stage all of a sudden. All right, here we go. So now, here we go. All right, so this is the bit that I used to do. I'm gonna show it to you here, and then I'm gonna teach you guys to do it, because this is something you could do, like when you're at a buddy's barbecue, and he's got tiki torches, you can actually reach in and pluck out a part of the flame, and just toss it directly in your mouth. Okay, first of all, couple of tidbits. Make absolutely sure that you have 100% cotton balls. If there's any synthetics in there, you're gonna have melted synthetics, like melted nylon on your tongue, and that's gonna be very sad. Second of all, you'll notice that the jumbo cotton balls are entirely too big. They look like giant marshmallows. So what I do is I take a jumbo cotton ball and I take out about, depending on your comfort level, you can take off to a half to a third or whatever. A lot of times I'll break them into two. Second thing you notice is that when you pick them right out, they're pretty well condensed in there. But if you pull them apart, you get lots of these feathery tendrils. The more feathery tendrils you have, the better and the more
kind of amorphous it looks, let me go ahead and ignite this, there we go. The more amorphous it looks when you grab it and throw it in there. So you reach forward, you touch it, it ignites, and you pull it out long enough for everyone to see. And if you kind of move it left to right, you'll have a little bit of time before you burn your fingers. So, and then right as it starts to get warm in your fingers, then you put it in your mouth. Your tongue has moisture on it, and when this sticks to your tongue can draw it in and close your mouth on it. It immediately goes out. You light it like this, you show it, just like that. What could be easier, right? Last thing also is you'll notice that we're doing this in a pretty well-lit environment. This is the greatest kind of gag to do when it's dark and at night you're at a barbecue and there's a tiki torch. You want there to be a lot of flame to cover what it is you're pulling out of there, because otherwise it just looks like, oh, he just lit a cotton ball and stuck it in his mouth. And they're right, which is you want it to be a surprise. That's the heart of all great magic. All right, guys, this is a killer trick, and the method is even better. But first, we have to thank our sponsors. Adidas Originals is celebrating 60 years of Soles and Stripes, and they encourage.
I don't know. I mean, I'm grateful that Adidas sponsored it, but well, look at that. I guess I'm nailing the ad read on this. But meanwhile, I'm providing commentary over it to sully it. Unless you guys want to text VAN to 234327. All right,
you're going to need a little bit of skill and a whole lot of trickery. Check it out. So, here's the question. Who's first? Oh, dude, get out of town! That's amazing! All right, this is it. Teresa, she's got the goods. This is going to be awesome. She's got the fire. Oh, she did it! Give it up for Teresa! By the way, I don't know if we have a close-up, but in slow motion, you can see she closed her mouth and then like dragon smoke came out of her nose. It was awesome. All right, who's next?
I'll do it.
All right, dude. Bring it. Colin? Actually, you know what? I'm going to make you do the advanced roll. We'll have Kyle go next. Kyle's just going to, he's got to prove himself. All right, ready?
We'll see.
You got it, boss? He's got it? The fire? Very good.
It's like he's chewing and about to swallow it.
Right?
No.
Kyle gets the award for taking the longest. He's just like, hey, I got a flame here. You guys see this flame? Anyways,
You got the smoke too.
oh, did it come out that time? All right, now I'm going to make Colin do the advanced version. I want you to actually try to do the sleight of hand. I want you to totally sell it. I want you to, walk up and be like, interesting. And then it's kind of like, what? Oh, like that.
Actually, I can't turn, so it's just like, huh.
That's right. Okay, now we're going to have the full-on magic effect with Colin. This is going to be good. All right, there you go, Colin. Oh! Beautiful! Well done! All right, what do you say we end with one where all of us have one palmed, and we'll just have it, and we'll all do this, like we'll all have it like this, and then we'll all reach in and pull it out, and then we'll all eat at the same time. Does that sound good?
Are we doing deep thoughts first? The Jack Candy? Try not to get cotton stuck to my face.
That's right. All right, you ready? Here we go. This is our big final exam. Everybody on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. Well done, guys. All right, guys, couple things to remember on this one. First of all, you are literally playing with fire, so be careful out there. Don't burn your house down. You might burn your fingertips or your lips. Just don't burn down your house and come crying to me. Second of all, I want to thank Colin, Kyle, and Teresa. Those guys were freaking amazing. Thirdly, I know you guys are going to have awesome video of this, so I want you to post those videos at revision3.com/scam school up on the message boards. If you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. Next week, we're going to be learning how to convert old TVs into kegerators, but for now, I got to get this thing back to the island. Cool, I got it! What are we going to call this one? Eat my balls of fire. Welcome to the episode where I tell you to eat my balls of fire. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and this week you're going to eat my balls. This week, I hope you like balls, because you're going to eat them. All right, flaming ball lovers. This week, you're going to eat fire, so get ready to eat my... Scratch that. Apparently next week, we'll be having a lesson on how to run manual transmissions instead.
Man, that's a tight episode. That was on. You can see the groove happening. We got a full-on, maybe what the best C block that we've seen so far. C block, by the way, is one of the best insights of Scam School. Is that third beat where we put the randos in charge of this show. In this case, they really did. They just crushed it. Everybody got it exactly right with dragon flames. I don't know if you caught the Lost reference in there. Hard Players asks, hey, Brian, can I use cotton pads for this? They're 100% cotton. I'll tell you what. Be safe, but also take video and let me know how it goes. Really, as long as it's cotton, the only reason you don't want those synthetics is because it'll melt and just, it'll be hot and lodged on your tongue. Also, don't trust anything on the internet. Don't listen to me. But... so let's go back from the beginning. First of all, I noticed this is good production. This is a good visual treat. Nomad Bar, it feels like there's more there. There's not. It's a strip bar there. Or not, it's a bar in a strip mall. But it presents really well here. And they're really flexible with letting us do stuff. But these guys did just great. I'm kind of flummoxed because it's such a good effect and they did so well that I don't know what else there is to say about it. There was kind of a ham-fisted plug for the book in there, a bunch of explaining because. Oh, get out. Joey H666 says, I've seen the horror show of people not doing 100% cotton. I would imagine that it's just like synthetic lava plastered on your tongue and there's nothing you can do except for just let it burn your flesh. The more you touch or do anything, the worse off it's going to be. I didn't expect all three participants to just get it so well the very first time. That dragon breath at the end is amazing when it just comes straight out of her nose. Looking like smog. Here we go. So good. All right, so this episode was posted. Let's see how many years. I'm going to check. Again, we're still at 16 years ago. So now's the time to place your bets. How many views do you think this iconic gem has accrued over 16 years? We've seen everything from 1.3, 1.4 million to I think the lowest was 9.6 thousand. So lock them in. Let's see your guesses on there. And then we'll get to the comments. Was in the books, so 250,000. That's pretty good. Yeah, these were in the Scam School books. That's a good point. Not scary, Steve. Safe to swallow, I would say probably not G. James B. Just because it's a giant mass, a bulk of fiber. And whenever, like, for example, there are tricks you could do where you could swallow string, but it's possible for a string to get entangled in your intestines in a not great way. Once you swallow it, you should be fine, but there's a good chance it'll get stuck in your throat. It's pretty gross. Yeah, can you believe that, Xeon Gaming? It's been a minute, man. That's one of those things where it's like, that's part of the reason I'm doing the live streams, is because it occurred to me that we were running up against the problem of anybody new to the channel, anyone new to the experience. There is no possible way anybody could have a reasonable expectation to be caught up. There's just no way. There's too much. I mean, it's 20 years of it, and I've been living it, and I have a pretty good memory of what's where. But we need these live streams are an opportunity to remind everyone to onboard. And you'll notice that we do one every day, partly because we have a giant back catalog to go through, but also so that we can speed run. I figure a year from now, we'll be in the 400s of Scam School. And then for everybody coming into the ecosystem, office hours is just that daily check-in where you get a little treat and you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But meanwhile, other projects, bigger arcs are being set up. In fact, we can talk a little bit about the meta of everything that I've been doing. You guys will notice, some of you guys have been watching in real time as I've been crafting this entire studio from scratch. We are now 15 months into it, starting in January of last year. We started moving the stage flats in. We started building all this stuff. Everybody, bless your hearts. You've been very patient as you've watched me get good enough to kind of pilot this thing. Now we're finally at the part where I can bring in other people to take on the tasks that I don't understand to do. Hello, Lost 8. Good to see you. 100% cotton boxer briefs? Not gonna lie, Kuro Metariku. That's literally the material that the torches are made out of. Boxer briefs are good for that. You'll get some of that nice double-stitch seam. In fact, boxer briefs are probably an excellent material for the torches. But at any rate, in terms of this program and the vast back catalog of content that we're getting to, things are going to ramp up real quick. And I hope you guys continue to join us every single day as we go through the classics. But for now, we have to solve the riddle of how many views did this original video get? Was it, as Hard Players 575 says, 180,000? Was it 2.9 million, as Magic51 says? Was it 40,000, like G. James B? Was it 28,000, according to Cliff Horn? The real number. Oh, yeah, it's Adam is doing the new $1, 9.6 thousand. The actual number is 20,000 views. That's it. 20,000. Now, we are still in the early days where I guess, you know what? Let me see when this channel was launched. Let's take a look. Let's do... When was this channel launched? September 3rd, 2009. So we are not yet to real-time posts. This is still, wrap your minds around that, guys, that this is during the time that Scam School still thought it was a podcast in competition with YouTube. We're watching content where YouTube was not in the picture. Isn't that bonkers? But we'll get to the new short. Let me jot that down on the agenda. Short. But time for the next thing. Here's the thing we like to do. YouTube is, of course, a miracle. It somehow remembers everything you ever watched, ever, and knows every comment you ever posted, and most importantly, each one of those comments is like a breadcrumb going back. Anybody in the chat get one of those alerts when we responded with one of our comment bombs? I'm doing the weatherman forecasting method of predicting this time is just like last time. Yeah, that's pretty good. So here's what we do. We go back through this back catalog of comments. I'm going to give you guys there we go. I'm going to give you guys the URL, and we're going to roll like a traveling mob of compliment givers. We're going to make everybody feel really, really good. And then, because, by God, number one, here's things that don't happen very often. You get an alert, and it's from a human thing. It's also a positive thing. That is rare and in short supply. And as a result, I think it's very important and good. What the heck is even going on here? Oh, no. My goodness. Microsoft, you're terrible. We'll talk about that here in a second. But here's what we're all going to do. We're going to respond to old comments. with positivity. How about 2026? Oh, that's right. I've been told that I need to read all of these so that you can, for the audio listeners, blast from the past. Who's watching in 2025? How about 2026? I wanted to try this for over a decade, and I finally went for it. It's so fun. Nice. Also, wow. Just 1 month ago. A BB. It will freak them out more if you eat the tiki torch. Ha ha ha. Sorry, so late on this response. Back when Brian looked like he was stuck in the 90s. When did Street Fighter 2 come out? Let's do this. Let me ask a robot. What year did Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter 2 come out? Was Guile in Street Fighter 1? Let's see. Beep boop beep boop boop boop. Oh, did you notice? Hopefully you solved it, Curtis. We'll see. No, Guile was not in Street Fighter 1. He was in Street Fighter 2. Okay, well, that's fine. That still gives me the moral high ground to say busted. Street Fighter 2 came out in 1991. LOL, yeah. Better not burn my beard. Did it? 13. He asks. 13 years. Too late. In a future video, he explains that he just spits them out when no one's looking. Yep. I was obsessed with these videos. How does this only have 20,000 views? We're solving this mystery every morning on the office hours live streams. You should join us. You're in today's episode. That is amazing. I'm 16 years late to this comment, but thank you. Beastly. Eats cheese while they eat a fire. Uh-huh. Adidas shoes. Okay. One way I thought of presenting this was starting out using hand sanitizer that you light on fire on a table, then you scoop it up with your hand, then you use a cotton ball to eat the fire that was just on your hand. That all sounds so dangerous that I'm going to refuse to be able to hear it. La 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 la. Hairstyles since 2009. I just did this. Wow. This is amazing. Watch the vid. Had to try the cotton on fire. Tastes like shit though. Yep. Yep. That tracks. Pickles. Yep. This worked great. Tastes nasty, but works. Well done. Is there something I could do to not make it burn so fast? I tried it a couple times. It seemed like a little too fast for my beginner liking. You should have as little time as possible for it to burn. Is this addictive? No. Your Honor, I'm sorry. I was powerless to stop eating fire. I'm 14. Should I do it? No. Though, to be honest, I did teach my 14-year-old how to do it. Also, now you're 28. So yes, do it. Is it poisonous if I eat it after I put it in my mouth so they have no proof of it? It's however bad eating a cotton ball is. Ask an expert. Wouldn't you burn your tongue? No. Ow, my tongue is burnt. Whoops. Does it hurt? Not if you do it right. Hey, we did it. Good job, team. Oh, that's pretty great. Hey, Wojo6567 says, finally caught alive. That's a hot topic. Yeah, I like it. Muslik says, hey man, since you lightly touched on the guile hair, I was thinking about pulling that one off. How long of a hair did you have? I think it was like 3 inches. Here, I'll give you the, if you search for crazy video game hair 9 minutes, you will find this guy. And in fact, I'll just put that in the chat for you. Actually, I'll put it for everyone. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. Kuramendariku has an important question. We were all waiting for it. Now streaming videos in competition with podcasts. The Netflix podcast feed is old. Yep, I know how to retrieve keys. Good. When you had the spiky hair, did the carpet match the drapes? I think there were jokes about that at the time. Let's see. Film Riot, I'm a cat. Nope. You know what? In the outside of... Oh, man. On the outside of the... of the meta of Scam School, sorry. I tried to track exactly what else was going on during this time. I guess we could check in on the BB Live show. Let's do... Yeah, okay, so this would have been recorded on May 11th, so we'll go back to before that. We can kind of see how the BB Live show is coming along. Because at this point, there was only Scam School, and I had the intuition that that was good. Nowadays, the way I would describe it is let's see, February 15th, so we could go a little bit farther forward. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is concurrent with everything. March 29th, 2009. This is what was going on in my world around the time. What a remarkable time. March 2009, I was on The Tonight Show and on stage at Stubbs Barbecue and doing the BB Live show commentary on all this stuff. Yeah. And in fact, there's our producer, Eileen Rivera. We watched it and we gave commentary live. Me and this grandma next to with Ed Asner. That's great. So that's me down in Los Angeles.
Holy cow! Could it be the inauguration of the quad-core PC? And the thing didn't even explode. I don't even understand it. We went 30 whole minutes. I'm so confident in this episode. I actually have hit record. You know I don't hit record like hardly at all. For those of you keeping track at home, these are not numbers that we had a week or two ago. This is exciting. This is huge. By the way, in case you're wondering, you have stumbled into a tragedy wrapped up in something terribly depressing. It's the BB Live Show. Nothing more than a toddler beating on a drum. That's me, yours truly, Brian Brushwood. Occasionally we have moments of brilliance. This may or may not be one of them. If you want to join us, you can always join the show by contacting us. You can Skype in at BB Live Show. Not yet. We're not quite ready for you. Toll free at 866-462-4424. Again, not yet. We're not quite ready for you.
Isn't that surreal in a meta way to watch the shows hit their groove just as the live streams, the office hours are hitting their groove? It's so funny, man.
Chat room, for those of you who don't know.
Like nothing changes. It's great. It's great.
Introduce you to all the nice people. There we go. The chat room. Y'all, if you head on over to bbliveshow.com, you can actually participate. You can join in, get yourself a handle. And as the title here implies, today we're talking about pedophile haircuts, failure, and mashups. We'll go ahead and start with failure first. How many people? First of all, success, right? Okay, I made the mistake. In my hubris, I actually spoke the words, "Let's see if we can break the new quad-core PC." And I think we lasted about how long? Like I don't know, 5 seconds until we crashed the thing. I think it was 2 seconds according to the chat room. It was a disaster, so we did our ghetto version.
Oh, look at that. There's Brett the Amtrak around Seville.
Tremendous fan of. Go there to eat pizza? Not Brett. He goes there to eat the most. By the way,
down.
Don't worry, he'll die in a minute.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm watching it on the server. Titled "The 7 Most Horrifying Parasites on the Planet."
Hoppers and spiders, but they are free and aquatic when adults. During their development, they grow.
This is man.
I think we just read a Cracked article on this. Just me and Brett.
An hour about sleep. Or not a development deal with Court TV and a system and a character. I had none of those.
Oh, look at this. We go through the development footage from the pilot.
That shot. What are you trying to convey with that image? That is a man. That is a bald 17-year-old who bought this. Who probably scammed his way into that toupee right there. That I don't know where you get that. Chinatown, maybe. That Chinatown toupee.
It's amazing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, live in the chat, we got Charles Rubach. Hey, Charles, I don't know if you heard, we're doing a not a real Founders Day picnic. It's going to be a very, very low-key thing. As a matter of fact, everybody, here, do this. If you guys are in the Austin area, just head on over to scamstuff.com. Just do a search for the word, or look at this giant thing right here. We're just going to have a few dozen of us, and it's not a show. It's not an event. I couldn't wrangle the cats. So we're just going to hang out. There's going to be maybe 2 dozen of us. We're just going to play board games and do a skull bluffing tournament. I would love to see you out there, man. That'd be great. And then now back to another old thing.
I even wrote a book about it. And now I'm going to show you how it's done.
All right, and I think this is pretty much how far we got last night. Well, no, I guess that we did. We got to the pedophile van and stuff. And again, the setup is they've got this chick, and they're like, hey, go talk to this chick, do the setup, go nuts, go. And this is
Here's
what
a nice
happened.
street in a typical small town. People are friendly around here. They're honest.
It's not going to be easy to pull off a con in this town, but I love a challenge. And I'm going to use everyday people right off the street as my accomplices.
This is Gina. She's attractive and intelligent, the perfect accomplice.
So have you ever pulled a scam before?
Hold on. And again, no script, no preparation. I had shows the day before and the day after, and they're like, no, we got it. We got to take care of. You just show up and we'll take care of everything. And then they're like, yeah, sit down, talk to her, go nuts. And so here we go.
A scam? Like?
Yeah, scam, swindle.
Man.
Yeah.
Look at that. The hair won't even stay
Maybe
down.
I can get you a strychnine laced milkshake.
You like sausages?
Guys?
Yeah, guys. Yeah, they buy you drinks for free, right? Yeah, we're going to do a
see a
scam
trick,
today.
little girl?
It basically boils down to taking a $3 trinket and selling it for hundreds of dollars. You with me?
Okay.
Oh my
In
God.
this case, I spared no expense. When all
I'm with you guys. If we're gonna do something like this,
tech toys.
Oh.
high-tech
All right,
pedo
for
van,
you.
right there.
In order for us to follow,
These are
what
all
you're up
cons
to,
from like 1920 too. Like the whole idea is you shouldn't need any of this stuff, right?
I agree. I mean, that's the whole thing. They didn't it's like I want to say this is all so old it's new, but they're all like no, it's all new, it's all underground. Nobody's ever seen any of this before. You're the guy who discovered it, and you're from the streets. I mean, it was crazy Vanilla Ice moment. It was
Oh my God!
Yeah.
No one from the
Yeah.
streets
Yeah,
wears
that's
their
the
hair
camera
like
right
that.
there. For me, we've got a
Screw you, Amp
slightly
Tracker.
less subtle arrangement.
Does it have a camera?
Yeah, camera and a microphone, so both of us are going to be able to capture everything here.
Oh,
So say
all right.
hello.
Hey.
Hi, Mom. Excellent. You ready?
Yeah, the context on that hair was that my hair was still cut for spikes, and that beeswax doesn't come out very easy. And so they just were like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. I'm like, guys, I do not think it'll be fine. I do not think I should be combing my hair. I don't think any of this. They're like, it'll be fine. And then we got there the day of, they're like, oh, it's not laying down like I thought it was. I was like, you think?
We actually went out and committed crime. And again, Idiot Brian, TV knows what they're doing. They prearrange stuff. They call the venue. They work stuff out in advance. None of that. No permits. No nothing. Just Brian, go out there and commit crime, which I'd never done before. And this was kind of cool. Now the only thing is, well, actually, we'll get to it here. But again, forgive my delivery of the writing.
Imagine you're working one of these stores, or maybe you're just walking down the street, and Gina comes up to you. Wouldn't you want to help her?
Did someone find a ring? Did you guys find a ring? It just must have slipped off. It was so cold. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. How much do I have? Oh my God, I've got at least $500. Please, if anybody finds it, please, can you call me? I've got $500.
Absolutely.
Antique ring. It was platinum. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's all about the details, the size of the ring, the phone number, panicky but not hysterical, and you always flash the cash.
Hey, did you find a ring? It was an engagement ring, an antique engagement ring. You didn't find it? I've got at least $500. Just if anybody turns it in, please call me, okay? $500? Just please call me, and it's all yours.
$500.
Oh, wait. That was the other thing that I recommended. I said, and again, this sounds, as Ali G would say, a bit racialist, but I was like, what you're looking for is somebody who doesn't care, who has antipathy. And I said, you're looking for maybe an immigrant guy who owns a Quickie Mart type thing. Somebody who's going to be much more interested in scoring the money than being helpful or whatever. And sure enough, yeah. What's that cat? Was there a cat? Do you have a cat?
That's my end. That's Rocky. Rocky
Okay.
the cat.
All right. Well, that was a little bit weird.
We need Rocky.
That's my fault. Sorry about that. I'm gonna tweak with these and see if I can get back both.
Someone turns my ring, and if you find my ring, please, I'll give you $500 that I have on me. I've got at least $500. Oh, thank you so much. Did anybody find a ring? I lost my engagement ring. Yeah. Did you guys find it?
Easy, hon, easy. Tell you what, if I had seen it, I would have picked it up.
Can I look in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God. You know, I've got at least $500. I'll pay you $500. Please look for it and call me, and I'll give you $500 cash. Oh, thank you so much.
Gina's a natural. She's planted the seed and gotten everyone's attention. Now it's my turn.
Oh, did we freeze again? We sure did. Son of a pisser.
Check this out.
Oh man, this is the best part too. All right, let me try killing this. See if we get back. I think I
there we go.
had a what appears to be a loss, but is actually a big profit. Here we go.
Dude, check this out.
What?
Is it yours?
Yeah, please give that to me now.
What?
I have a lady looking for that. Dawn, is that the one?
What? Well, yeah.
That's it.
Please leave it with us. We know who it belongs
I
to.
mean, is there a finder's fee?
There's no finder's fee. Don't aggravate me over this. The woman's she's flipping out.
Well,
It's her.
oh, come on, look, I gotta catch a plane. Look, I gotta catch a plane. You're gonna catch more than a plane.
You're gonna catch more than a plane.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you. Give me the
Wait, you're grabbing. Wait, don't grab it out of my.
doesn't belong to you.
It doesn't belong to you either.
Every con runs the risk of a deal going sour, and sometimes that means knowing when to run.
Yeah, dude, that guy was gonna kick my ass. He was not happy. You guys doing?
Dude.
Oh, give it to me.
What, is it yours?
Well, yeah.
It's yours?
Yeah.
Wait. Is there a finder's fee?
No.
There's no finder's fee?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Normally when you find something valuable, someone wants to give you a reward. She didn't offer any kind of reward at all, huh? Wow.
No reward? No phone number?
I tell you what, look, if you guys will give me $50.
Okay, how about this?
All right, thank you. He's giving me $50 to get out of the way. Do that 4 or 5 times, and you've got yourself a sweet payday.
I'm going to say this much. Later on, this thread would lead to all the moments that led to doing a TV show. That moment right there was the most authentic, unscripted reality TV I've ever experienced in my entire life. More than any of the daytime talk shows, any of the Tonight shows, any of the forum TV shows, any of the my TV show. That was a real, legit, straight up crime that we rolled on because it was speculative footage. It was extraordinary. That was some real stuff. It was crazy.
That's cool. All right, you guys take care.
He thinks he just made a quick $400. Bet he can't wait to call Gina.
And again, it's like, to me, it's like it's done. This is the moment we should be having high fives outside the establishment. But instead, they totally wanted this gotcha. Like the catchphrase that kept popping in my mind. They didn't say this, but it was clear that what they wanted was, you just got scammed. You know? and so this painful moment comes afterwards.
Fast.
All right, I've got a secret to tell you guys.
Look, and it froze.
And you guys.
And we're frozen. And if all goes well...
And what?
All right, I've got a secret to tell you guys. My name is Brian Brushwood, and you guys have actually fallen victim to a great con. It's brilliant.
What are you talking about?
These guys had no idea that
What
Gina and
are
I
you
were
talking about?
And that priceless ring, cubic zirconia.
Why is he taking our picture?
Why is he taking our
These
picture?
aren't bad guys. They saw their chance and they took it.
Why are you gonna...
Could be a diamond ring, a gold chain, or even a Sony PlayStation. But when something cool drops in your lap, chances are it's really hot.
Haha, we just got caught doing a crime.
All right, so this one was actually pretty good. Again, forgive the terribly stilted conversation. God damn, look at that hair. You can tell this is later in the day, and it's trying to go back up on its own. Like, it's not designed to go that way. It's ridiculous.
Well, hi there. My name is Brian. What's your name?
Cassidy,
and you are?
so creepy.
Michelle. It's a pleasure. Hey, we're going to be doing a scam here today called the Birthday 20. Sound interesting? Okay, now it involves you
And I'm all
going to a toy
condescending.
store and spending money. Can you handle that part so far?
Yep.
Good. We're going to give you $10 and send you inside a store to buy some little item, maybe a pack of gum or something.
Okay.
All right?
All this is bad storytelling. It's say what you're going to do and then do it.
Wait just a little bit, and then we're going to send you back in. When you go in the second time, I want you to ask them really nicely and say, I'm sorry, I think you gave me the wrong amount of change. And they'll say, no, you gave us $10 and we gave you $9 back.
To which you
What are you doing? You got to cut all this out of the.
Birthday money. It even said on the back, it said "Happy Birthday, Cassidy."
So much
And when
talking.
they check inside the register.
Excuse me, you gave me the wrong change.
No, I gave the right change.
No, I had $20.
No, you gave me a 10.
No, 20.
No, I gave you 10. You gave me 10.
Look at her go.
I don't have any 10s, and you gave me the only 10 that I have.
Yeah, but there's a $20 in there that says "Happy Birthday, Cassidy."
No, I don't have that one.
She's relentless.
Yeah, 2 10s. This is the last 20 I have.
Yeah, look on the back.
Atta girl.
Look, "Happy Birthday, Cassidy."
This cashier is not a plant. She's never even seen Cassidy and has no idea she was just
20,
ripped
bitch.
off.
Now give her my fucking money.
Might even try and brush
What we
with
don't see
Cassidy.
is the follow-up episode where this girl is 20 years old and in juvie and is shot full of heroin and will never survive life on the streets again.
And you have me to thank for that, sir.
Day 20.
She walked out of that store with $10 of their. Show you all kinds of ways that people are struggling.
Oh man, no, that was great. What a crazy month. Yeah. Is that a crime too? Yes, it is a crime. Halo high aspect to that's theft by deceit is the legal distinction of what that is. By creating that vignette and deceiving somebody and then saying, give me the money under false pretenses, that is definitely a crime. Did you just walk in on the cutest grift ever? Yeah, shit, that little girl was amazing. She later did another group just super, super easy. It was bonkers. Literal crime. Just went out, shot literal crime. This is also way before Meta Ray-Bans were even a vision of a thing. There was a fiber optic camera in some glasses. That's how we got all of those good shots. And of course, that being all in standard definition made it easy. Why is it always a crime with Brian? Yeah, I guess I got a rep. But of course now, all that experience, pretty valuable. We're literally, I'm selling enterprise security training. And it's good. It's really good. I was breaking down there was a number of elements where there's a novel aspect to the training system. But when I thought of okay, well, this is novel, but what happens when other people copy it? And I started to break all the moments where it's yeah, but now we're trading on Brian's expertise, subject matter expertise, everything from, if you're interested in enterprise security training and you want to be in the pilot program, head on over to wolfmasking.com. There's a very AI-looking website that mostly pretty much gets the idea right. But most importantly, you can click that book a briefing. And what I'll do is I'll hop on a 30-minute call with you and your CTO, your CISO, and walk you through the process and explain all the strategic insights. It not only makes all of your team members hardened, it hardens the wetware stack, is the way I like to say. Now, the hard part is to say harden the wetware stack without cracking a smile. That part is difficult. But by which I mean all your humans, the human layer, everyone agrees that's the soft spot. And yet, everybody's training is all top-down defensive driving. And everybody knows that technically it checks the boxes. Also, everybody knows that they really hope no pathogens come calling because they know they're not actually hardened and protected. Guess what I do? I drill. It's the equivalent of, imagine that Brian moves to a new town. And Brian is a very skilled Taekwondo instructor. And he says, hey, is anybody teaching self-defense? Oh, yeah, we got tons of them. And it's great. Well, so they got a mat. Are they doing tournaments? What? No. Well, then what do you do when you say you train? Oh, we explain. We watch videos, kung fu videos, and we explain and point that that's a punch, that's a kick. And everybody checks the boxes, and they're all trained. It's yeah, but do they ever punch? You're oh, you want the fancy high-end dojo. We see Ted. He's the premium top tier. He's got, looks left, looks right, a training dummy, and you can punch the training dummy. It's well, wait, and that's supposed to make you strong? It's oh, I know what you're going to say. Eventually, you get bored of the training dummy. That's why once a year he comes out with a new training dummy. It's like, yeah, but at what point do people start drilling and fighting against each other, scoring points for making contact? They're like, I don't understand your question. Please leave our town. That's what I'm doing. It is not pie in the sky hypothetical. And as best I understand, to my absolute astonishment, nobody is doing what I'm doing. And I understand why to other people it would seem out wild and extraordinary out of nowhere. And the answer, the only reason it's obvious to me is because of the reason we're doing Scam School is because I spent 17 years teaching non-deceivers how to become deceivers. This is 17 years of experience coming home to roost. And so as a result, right now, the only thing that we don't have, we got the system, we got the takeaways, we got the knowledge, and we have the experience. We did a test pilot at Clemson University where we made weapons-grade predators out of all of the incoming freshmen, 18-year-old kids. You can see over just 4 lessons them start with a 0 to 1 test, but by the end, they are faking among the best phishing emails I've ever seen. Letters from the president, the custom-written fake hack-in login attempts, FAFSA requirement deadlines. It's extraordinary. Wolf masking is about to be, deception resilience training is going to be an enterprise must-have. You're going to have 2 different types of training. You're going to have your top-down book learning. You're always going to need book learning. Defensive driving will always have a place. But at some point, forgive me, you have to drive the effing car. And nobody is doing that at scale. Right now, anything that involves actually doing things is almost always a super high-touch red team ride-along. And it's like a thrilling field trip of a day. I am doing it in low impact iterative loops where constantly first you go 0 to 1, then you iterate to enhance, then you actually write emails to deceive others. And it's not just emails, whatever the deception modality is, faking deep fakes with voice, same thing with video, same thing with physical penetration testing. Again, this draws on 17 years experience of doing this. And now I'm systematizing it because of our inciting incident. As you guys know, this is the graph that changed everything. 1 year ago, I saw this FBI data about AI-powered deepfake fraud, targeted strikes. The bad guys have robots. There's going to be a deception apocalypse, a scam-pocalypse. That's why I registered scampocalypse.com. The problem, Scampocalypse, registered that domain. The solution, wolf masking, registered that domain. So now's the right time to, if everyone's like, well, how do I book this or whatever? Don't book it. Don't book it. Just get me on with your CTO or your CISO. This is the last time I felt this way about something this important with this much momentum, where everything was obviously a fit. It was in the college market when I realized all the magicians were being David Copperfield and the market needed a Penn and Teller, so the Bizarre Magic Show crushed. Scam School when I realized that all of magic education on YouTube and the internet was hot garbage, and that came in and crushed. When Modern Rogue launched, when Hacking the System didn't get renewed and everybody was really mad that they didn't get more of that TV show they kind of liked. And now this is the next arc, and this is going to be what I do for the next 10 years. So if you know somebody, a CTO or a CISO, just reach out, go to wolfmasking.com, book this, or write me at brian@schwood.com and get me on the phone with them, because 30 minutes later, it has been a blast to give my talk and to see the light turn on in people's eyes. Anyway, that's all going on. BioCow says, would love to have you talk at my company. Just don't think they would pay for any kind of organized training beyond the 30-minute intro call. Don't care. I need the reps. Because at this point, I want everybody to cross-examine cross-examine all the ideas, because for right now it's going to be real money because you're getting real-time Brian minutes. But after a few months of this, we'll have the data set to where I'll be able to hire up and train cheaper folks and eventually sell systems that you guys can do internally on your own. But all I want is the reps. All I want is doing laps and for people to cross-examine and to listen for what are the needs that the current security solutions are doing. Oh, right on. There is a lot of competition, but this name will sell. Man, that's great. Will you do me a favor, I Am Tech Man? Hit me up, Brian at schwood.com. I'd love to go into detail about it. And eventually I'll record like a properly polished video, but it's a key insight. And the neat thing about the way we did it at Clemson that's become the model for everything else is that there's just 4 baby steps. 4 baby steps. It's 0 to 1 is done in 30 minutes. Open up your browser, write an email, Brian at schwood.com. Subject line, my first phishing attempt. Here's the text. This is a serious document. Serious document.jpg or .pst. In fact, let me show you guys these. Clemson. I'll try to not dox anyone. In fact, here, let me do this. There we go. Yeah, my first phishing attempt just looks like this. It just is quite literally, here's the serious document, sincerely yours, serious man, FR. And it just goes to a silly image. That's the gotcha image. So the first thing everybody does in the first lesson is they go on the hunt and they own the creative task of finding a funny image. And what's great is because the only success criteria is you have to find it very funny. And you are competing for how funny it is. Then the second success criteria is, did you send me an email? Now, the first time, fully half of these, they didn't understand what a hyperlink was or how to do it. But the important part, this is the key insight, is I was able to correct everybody in private. Nobody got corrected in public, and they didn't get corrected by a system. So we avoid any of the shame spike. We use what psychologists call the nurtured heart approach. This is where you alter the monetary supply of praise, the currency of praise, and instead you only praise what they did right and then offer a little bit of a correction where it's like, oh, by the way, this is how you want to set it up. At the beginning of round 2, we begin by highlighting all of the funny images. Everybody who feels that warm glow of a spotlight, they all take pride in how funny their image was. Everybody who doesn't get highlighted, they notice and they think, well, that'd be nice. And internally, in that valued, hollowed interior space in their mind, they want to work harder the next time. Then by the end of, during the rest of round 2, that's when we explain, okay, now we're gonna make your phishing emails good. Same thing you already did. You're not doing anything different. But now I just want you to think a bit about the narrative layer. And we talk about the trappings of authority. We talk about urgency. We talk about creating a mental map of who the other person is you're trying to deceive. And we make a few suggestions that people pick it up and run with them. Some of them would write, Mr. Brushwood, I don't know if you noticed this, but the whole time you were on the Zoom call, this was running in the background. Did you mean for that to be there? Link to an image. Boy, I want to click that. Went straight to a gotcha image. Another one said, Mr. Brushwood, I love your presentation. My uncle runs a cybersecurity conference. He'd like you to apply for a keynote. Link to a gotcha image. Another one was a security camera footage that, oh my, OMG, Mr. Brushwood, is this you? I'm freaking out for you. And the students all on their own did things like added the trappings of forwardings on there. They got quite good just in 2 rounds. Then finally, the third round, same game. We highlighted all the creativity, how good everything was. And then we played the game of, all right, you don't know much about Brian Brushwood, but you guys know a lot about each other. You guys know what campus looks like. You know what ambitions you guys have. You know what conflicts that you have, what surprises tend to come up. You know what scares you. You guys are going to write emails to get each other. So all you have to do is say who you want to pretend to be, what the subject line is, and then write your email, and we'll randomly send it out to 3 people. You'll score 1 point for each person who accidentally clicks. And so everybody does that. This is when they get insanely creative. We got, here, let me see. Let me make sure I don't accidentally show an email. But, yeah. There we go. This is when we start getting these. Look at this. Pulling all the trappings of authority, completely formatted correctly, looking like there's been a disaster. Student verification portal, gotcha image. So they're good at this point. These come in, and then we randomly, we have to do the pipe connecting of sending it to each other. But the important part is everybody knows, okay, this is the week that they're going out. For the next week, you're going to be on defense because, yes, you're going to get 1 point for each person that you trick, but you'll get 2 points for each attempt that you recognize coming at you. So now, without telling people to be vigilant or any of the other dumb top-down defensive driving stuff everyone says, now we're just setting up incentives. And all on their own, people realize, oh, wait, I don't feel good about the email I wrote, but I can win the game by paying attention. And indeed, that's exactly what happens. And because they're competing, by the time they get to the end and we do the awards ceremony, we have the leaderboard, now this is the important part that seems so very silly. They get an actual award, an actual ranking, and an actual attractive thing to put in their office space to remind them of the new identity they've received. Because studies show, this goes back to Robert Cialdini's work in Influence, that once you start taking pride in that certificate for good environmental stewardship that's on your wall, it is too incongruent to take pride in that award and also choose to not sort your recycling. So they're able to track participation rates in recycling programs and see that handing that new identity to someone. Now, in that case, they didn't even earn that certificate. It was a made-up excuse to get a certificate on the wall. Imagine how much more powerful it is when you've ranked in a competitive game and you've placed, and it's an earned identity. Then you see much bigger reporting rates down the road. Just as it's inconceivable to walk past a discarded bottle next to a litter basket when you've taken third in the statewide litter picking up contest, you pick it up and put it in there. Same thing for reporting the phishing emails. And of course, this is just emails, everything else, the modality, it doesn't matter. Here's the other key strategic insight. However good a phishing email is from an external source, it has the detriment, the problem of being from an external source. You now have a data set company-wide. Let's say you got 1,000 employees. You just got 1,000 attempts at writing a very good deceptive email, a very good phishing email. And you have data of which of these are the winners. So now, congratulations, the next 2 years of your test emails have been written and they're customized specific to your entity. But here's the even better key insight. In order to model deceptive behavior, in order to imagine getting somebody, deceiving them, the student has to look inside themselves, because essentially they're trying to get another version of themselves. And when they do, they're telling on themselves. They're thinking, what are my anxieties? What are the ways that they could get me? Congratulations. With 1,000 of these emails, you now have an anxiety heat map in your organization of where all the weak spots are. Everything in your process, whether it's deadlines with too much emphasis on them, whether it's all these key moments of strategic weaknesses reveal themselves. And if you, in a way that would not be possible any other way. If you were to go out and say, hey, everyone, tell me where the weak spots are, then people would be like, I don't know, they're this, that, and the other. But by asking people to actually deceive each other, the most valuable intel to your organization possible reveals itself. What do you say, Ad Raven? Ripping off the Brothers Grimm. Sheepshifting.com/security training/gotchalink.scam. I love it. The world's greatest God is Brian making us believe they call him Mr. Brushwood. That's funny. Yeah, Charles, I would love to talk about it with you guys. But mainly, the big thing is get me on them phone calls because it's ready to pilot. There was a lot of testing. This key insight comes from back-to-back conferences where I did a Magic conference followed by DEF CON. And at Magic conference, everybody is so hyped about deceiving each other that magicians have created a very robust anti-fragile network where the moment a new way to deceive comes in, within 48 hours, the entire network is updated. And it happens automatically simply because of the incentives in that space. When I went to DEF CON, everything was so siloed, people could barely hint at who their clients were, or they spoke in riddles about what the attack vectors were, because the structures in that environment are, if you get fooled, you lose your money, your status, your client, your power, all of that stuff. Using these funny photos was inspired by Harambe. No, 100%. That is 100% correct. Because just as Gary Gygax, on page 1 of Dungeons & Dragons, he says, yo, dude, Dungeons & Dragons is just let's pretend with rules and dice. And of course, but he formalized it, made the process, and was the leader. And of course, instantly a million ripoffs of Dungeons & Dragons happened. But of course, all things being equal, people wanted the original. That's literally what is happening right now. I'm just formalizing Rickrolling. I'm formalizing the circle game. I'm creating structures for data mining and harvesting so that we can enter a new way of thinking about technology or information security. Right now, the way people think about cybersecurity is gates, walls, little soft eggs in a basket, little sheep in a pen. But instead, I am thinking in terms of the whole system. You got 1,000 employees. Those are 1,000 nodes in your wetware stack, each one with vulnerabilities, emotional vulnerabilities, all of them unpracticed at gentle deflections, because the robots are about to get very good and very sociopathic. Robots are going to be infinitely patient on the phone. They're willing to play the long game and seduce humans over a very long time. And once they get things compromised, they're already showing the patience to make it months after they're able to reveal what they've done. And in fact, when they do reveal it, it's not even to the company that got compromised. Oftentimes, the way the story goes is that the company gets compromised, they see nothing weird at all until 6 months later, their number one client still hasn't paid their invoice. And when they reach out, they say, hey, why haven't you paid? And they're like, what are you talking about? We've been paying every month. And of course, what happened is the compromised company, all of their contacts, all of their purchase orders, their invoicing system, all of that was somebody just swooped in and just did a gentle, new payment system and has been charging stuff. And there's no way to get any of that back. It's bad. It's bad, and it's going to get much, much worse. And I understand, he says with loving affection, that in general, us nerds in the IT side of things tend to skew a little bit introverted, don't exactly love the idea of having to push somebody who doesn't want to learn technology into learning technology. What if you didn't have to learn technology at all? What if somebody were to come in, somebody, let's say, practiced at turning sheep into wolves and was able to massage them into a place where they then had a mental model where they moved from hypothetical victim to former player of the game, former predator, experienced deceiver. Right now, there's no reasonable way to expect humans to be good at recognizing the rhythm of these scams, and there's certainly not a reason to expect that they're good at deflection simply because they haven't done the reps. Remember, we're in a town where nobody runs a dojo, where people spar. And that needs to change. That is a profound cultural change. And that's why these pilots are open for business. Wow, this became a big old chat. Yeah, Joey666 says, every time I think this is such a cool thing, you add another interesting layer, impressively thought through. It has been 6 months of something just tickling in the back of my mind and knowing there's something there, but needing to discover it. And now we're at the part where I need pilot studies. I need real humans doing it at scale. It doesn't have to be giant cohorts, small cohorts of 25 to 50 people, maybe 50 to 75, depending on the size. And there'll be a little bit of back-end stuff. As we take on pilots, I'll have to hire an engineer or 3 to do all of that stuff. But the material's written, it's good, it's polished, we've got results from the pilot study. At this point, I just want big logos on the front page and a data set that is unambiguous. This feels so inevitable because where we're at right now is that hockey stick graph. Everybody's treating it just like the climate change hockey stick graph, which is to say unseriously. But those headlines of big, sexy compromises are going to start coming out. And this is the other thing. These numbers, only 14% of people report fraud. Think about that. $40 billion of estimated losses, and that is only 14% of the real losses. This is a very, very broken space. And I'm not saying it's got to be Brian Brushwood that fixes it, but I am going to say I've spent the last 25 years preparing for exactly this kind of thing. Get me on that call. All right. Speaking of which, I gotta get to work. I got real biz to do. But I hope to hear from you guys. I hope to get on calls with your CTOs and your CISOs. Yeah, that'd be fine. BioCow. And let's just get to talking. Because at this point, what I want to do is I want to get people through the system, because each time, especially in a low stakes way, we go through one of these cohorts, new problems get revealed. I want to encounter all of the problems that I'm going to encounter at a low stakes gig before I scale it up to 1,000 employees all at once. The link, here's a placeholder. It's just wolfmasking.com. There we go. Apologies for the copy on there. It kind of gets close, but it was definitely, it's like 4 hours of sketching it out with a robot. I had to register the domain over the weekend and get everything set up. All of this is going to get better. But for right now, I believe, in fact, yeah, here we go. Well, I think the 30-minute briefing thing worked. We'll see. Oh no, not Scary Steve. Hold on, let me turn this on. There we go. Now, not Scary Steve. You could do it. Right on. Yeah, I would say, oh, you know what? I guess you could point them to this part of the live stream, but it's really better to get me on the call.
Come on, almost there. Wait, if I reroute the sync...
That's a great idea!
Oh, do it! Good idea!
All right, guys, I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. Good times. What a good day. We saw actual crime. Good episode. Some Tonight Show footage. We're going to get so content ID'd.